Welcome to episode 3 of The Triangle. We are The Triangle, James, Brennan, Kate, and Matthew. And today we have a very special episode. Episode 3, because episode 3 completes The Triangle of season 1. No, we're gonna keep rolling.
This is just the process we have to work.
No, we're just gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep rolling, Kaden.
Guys.
Alright, so Matthew's nose is hurting. Matthew, tell our listeners why your nose is hurting.
I don't really know. It started last week. My nose is really swollen.
His nose is literally red.
It hurts when I touch it.
It probably didn't help that he ate a bunch of wasabi.
That's true. I think I'm high.
No, it's okay. We're going to keep going. All right, so welcome to episode 3 of the Triangle Podcast. I'm James Olson. To my right is Brennan. In front of me is Caden. And to my left is Matthew. All right, so today we have a very special episode.
Matthew starts waving.
Matthew is waving. Anyway, so we're going to have a very special episode because first, we're going to recap kind of what's been happening since the last episode. All right, next, we're going to talk about, is the Friendzone the end? And then third, we're going to talk about some random weird ideas Brennan has had.
I have ideas. Shower thoughts.
Yeah, kind of like, but like for Brennan, they're just thoughts like anywhere.
They're like,
they don't have
like
to
the
be
protein shake thoughts.
Okay, so all right. So anyway, so let's begin. I will start. I have a funny story. This happened. I didn't tell you guys this. This was okay. So about like 2 months ago, my girlfriend Maya. So she was saying...
She broke up with it.
Alright, we'll get there. No, I'm just kidding. We're chilling. Alright, so a month ago... No, 2 months ago, Maya was like, hey, you know what we should do? And I was like, what? She was like, we should get library cards. And I was like, what the heck? Library cards? Those things still exist? Because I'd never been to a library since I was like 7.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Because I just never went. I don't know. I went when I was like in second
buy
grade.
all your books.
Barnes & Noble, bro. Barnes & Noble gift cards I get for Christmas.
Or just pirate them off the internet. Exactly.
You can't pirate. Can you pirate books and have them shipped to your house?
I don't know what kind of loser would pirate a book. It's called Project Gutenberg.
What?
It's called Project
Anyway. Okay, so I was like, okay, I didn't know you could do that, but anyway. So I go to the library and I get the Orange Public library card, and I get to. What's funny is I didn't get a new card. I just renewed my old one from when I was a kid. Okay, now this is important because this will affect the story. Okay. So the one I had from a kid was when I was like 8 or 9. Okay, something like 7, 8, or 9, around those ages, and I had a 20-cent fine on a book I never returned. Keep in mind, it's been like 13 years. Since that fine, and it was only 20 cents. And I was like, that's it? 20 cents? Oh, I'll just pay that later, right? So anyway, I go to the library with Maya one day, and I head straight to the baseball book section, because they have some pretty cool baseball history books and stuff. Mm-hmm. I literally got like 8 baseball books, and then I got 4 books on military history. And I was like walking out of the library, and it was like a whole stack, all right? Mm-hmm. And so I had, I think, 14 books.
Okay.
In total. And then we got movies. I come back home, I put them in my room, and I didn't read them for a whole week because I just never got around to it. And I get this email saying like, you got to renew your books if you want to keep them. So I was like, oh yeah. So I was like, how do I renew them? Turns out you can do it online. You just click renew. So I did that, and I was like, oh sweet, all right, I got this. Another week passes, and I didn't read it. And I go and I check, to renew them again because I'm like, oh, I'll get around to it. And you can only renew them for 2 weeks. So I can't renew it again. And I'm like, oh, well, the fine for that book that was like 13 years overdue was 20 cents.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh, dude.
So this is no big deal. I'll get around to it later, right?
No.
And I kind of just forgot about it. Anyway, a week later, my mom comes in. I'm just relaxing on the couch. And my mom comes in with these 2 envelopes. And they kind of look like pay stubs. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I was like, wait, did my employer like pay me through the mail? That's kind of weird. But anyway, so she gave them to me, and I was like, oh sweet, money, right? I was actually thinking that. And I opened it up, and I look, and I was like, Orange Public Library, what? And I look at it, and I look straight at the bottom. Two $273.
Dude, what the heck?
What?
$273.
Oh my god. Dude.
I can't explain how I felt. It was so terrible. I was so, like, angry. Because I was like, what? The fine's supposed to be like $3.
Oh my god.
Anyway, and I didn't tell my mom because she didn't know what it was. So I just ran to my car. I like drove to the library because it was gonna close in like 20 minutes. I walked in. I went up to the lady at the desk and I was like, "Hey, I just received notification for a fine on some books that I got from my little brother for his just to read action."
Matthew.
And I said,
Matthew doesn't know.
I said, so I got these books from my little brother, and he was enjoying them so much, I totally forgot to return them. I'm a broke college student, and I can't afford this like $200 fine.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, let me just go inside and talk to like my superior about this. And I was like, okay. And then she came out and she's like, do you have the books with you? And I was like, yeah, I can go get them. She's like, okay. So I grabbed them in like the huge stack, right? And I put them on the thing on the desk. She's like looking through. She's like, okay, yeah, I can charge you like maybe 60. And I was like, are you sure you can't like lower it a little bit? Like, I have no money. And she's like, all right, 40. And I was like, she's like, that's the lowest I can do. I was like, okay. So I talked her down. Oh, that was terrifying though. So I don't want to pay $40, but I ended up having to pay that anyway.
You saved like $200.
But hey, I was so
Like $200
relieved.
bucks.
That was the happiest time I've ever spent $40 on a fine. So
All right. $40.
yeah.
No.
So that's my story. All right.
Dang. Well, Matthew did spend like $50 on
Hey,
goggles.
yeah.
You guys want to hear about how I got a parking ticket?
Sure.
Wait, when?
Like a month ago.
Like a month ago?
Yeah.
Where?
At the CSUSB campus.
Why?
It's a long story.
All right, tell us.
So, my writing professor has scheduled for it's necessary to go on a field trip to Cal State San Bernardino
Yeah.
to go tour the library.
All right.
So
What the heck?
drove an hour to CSUSB. Got there, and with I got a couple friends in the car. I'm like, okay, we're chilling, we're late. I'm like, okay, I paid for my ticket real quick. It's $6 to get a parking permit. It's like, okay, we're chilling. Pull up into the parking lot where it says the park. Throw my ticket on the dash. Right, we jump out, shut the door, grab our stuff, and we run. We spend like 30 minutes trying to find the rest of our tour group.
And you're already late, right?
Yeah, we
Aw.
were just wandering around the campus and stuff. We finally got them. We went through the whole library, learned how to research. It was pretty cool. It ended. We didn't really do anything. Like, it wasn't really necessary, but
Yeah.
we did it anyway. And I get back to my car. And my friends get in, and we're just like laughing, talking, not paying attention. And on my way home, it was like getting dark outside, and I turn on my windshield wipers, and I see this pink thing like. What the heck is this?
Can you imagine if you didn't notice? That'd be so funny. It just flew off.
Dude, I would get fined even
Yeah,
more.
you get
for
fined
that
even
thing.
more.
So I literally slipped on my hat and just slammed on my brakes because I was like, dude, this could be something important. So I got out of my car in the middle of this ghetto road to go check out what was on my windshield. It's this little pink paper, and I pull it out, and it says, "CSUSB parking violation, ticket amount $54.
What?
Reason for ticket: parking permit was displayed upside down." Dude, I sat there on a ghetto abandoned San Bernardino road, staring at my parking ticket for 15 minutes because I couldn't believe it, dude.
Oh my god.
That's like something from a movie.
It said parking ticket permit placed.
Can you
upside
imagine
down.
the copy's like, oh, it's upside down. I can't read it, so
Guess I'm gonna have to write him up.
He did.
he's just trying to fill the quota.
Yeah,
I
that's so
literally
dumb.
opened up my car door and there was my parking permit upside down.
Oh.
So that-
dumb, dude.
So then I got home. I'm like, I'm fighting this, dude. I'm fighting this thing. I'm
Yeah,
not paying
fight
for
it.
this.
Make an appeal, dude.
I'm not paying for this. And then I opened up the website and it's like, oh, if you want to fight this, you're going to have to go through 2 weeks, go in-house to CSUSB, talk to the library. I'm like, dude, I just drove an hour to the campus to get a parking permit. They're smart too. They charge the parking permit was $6. The ticket was $54.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? We could probably just milk $60 out of these people. easy, and they do on the regular, dude. It's the biggest scam of all time.
Oh.
I have to do research there. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna do instead?
I'm not going to.
Is that why you have a what? Like a
Yeah, that's why my grade's fine. Because I'm going to get 0 on my paper for not actually doing research. But I'm not supporting CSUSB.
They don't know who you are. You're just like writing.
If there's any future propositions about giving CSUSB money, I'm not supporting them. I'm never donating to them.
I wouldn't either, and I haven't had that experience. But all right,
$54.
That's a freaking lot. Dude.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I paid that.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Any updates from you, Brennan?
Do you have any parking tickets?
Any library
Do not have any
stories?
parking tickets.
Anything like any recent events though?
I just got a job. It's over at a sandwich shop.
Heck yeah.
I'm pretty pumped about that. I have to memorize 40 sandwiches.
Like all the combos
I have
and
to
stuff?
memorize.
You have to
all of them.
memorize all of
I
them?
don't know why.
Wait, are they gonna give you like a handbook or something to look at when you're
Yeah,
home?
they gave it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
No, yeah.
So you don't you don't have to memorize it when you're there. You know,
No. They have cheat sheets or whatever.
That's cool.
But
Oh,
it's
I've always
so-
wondered how that works because
Yeah.
there's so many ingredients for sandwich
Well,
shops.
I mean, you should be able to memorize it by the time maybe 2 weeks in. or
yeah,
so,
2 weeks
yeah.
out. That's fair.
But yeah,
Well, just think of it as learning plays in football.
yeah, pretty much.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
And when do you start?
I start tomorrow.
Okay. And you're working. It's just training, right?
Yeah, it's just training. I'm gonna be getting more hours probably in January.
That's good.
But yeah, I want to try and pick up another part time. I really want to
really?
be do serving jobs or whatever.
Get tips.
Yeah, but it's difficult to get that when there's literally nothing near you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing too much going on. I'm really good at Call of Duty now. I can beat pretty much anybody. I really want to do. Okay, so there's this thing called Game Battles, and it's run by MLG, which is Major League Gaming, and you can get legit money off of tournaments. And I brought it up to one of my friends that's online, and he's like, no. He's like, I get fried in public matches. I do not want to be on a team with you.
Hey. If your Xbox Live friend said it's a bad idea, then it's a bad idea.
No, that's when that's when you find out you gotta walk away from your team and find better players. All right, and Matthew, anything new with you? Any developments?
Okay. So about 2 weeks ago, I woke up with this extreme passion and craving for gumballs. And I'm sure some of you listening to this podcast right now have seen the video. But for those of you who have not seen the video, you have the honor of being the first to hear the story. So as I was saying, I woke up with the extreme passion and craving for gumballs. I can't really pinpoint a reason why.
Is that normal? Is waking up with a passion for gumballs normal? Do other people have this experience? Because I don't.
I've never had the gumball dream.
He's
He's finally had the gumball dream.
Yeah, so
But yeah, you were playing Black Ops 3. That's why you were craving
that's
it,
right.
right?
Okay, sorry.
What does Call of Duty have to do?
Yeah, so in Black Ops
Dude,
3,
you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
have
yeah,
Call
yeah.
of Duty. You guys have libraries. We have Call of Duty.
yeah,
All right, go on.
So in this game, Black Ops 3, you get these things called gobble gum. And it's basically just a giant gumball that you eat, and you get a power up. So, and it looks so good in the game. So yeah, that's why I woke up.
It does. It does look good. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
and the sound effects too. So
What the ASMR?
basically,
Gumball
it was
ASMR.
for me, 'cause, you get the crunch of the gumball.
Ew!
Anyway,
What the
I
frick?
digress. I digress. But it was Thanksgiving break. I literally had nothing to do. And yeah, I was like, why not? I have my license. I'll just do it. So me and my brother went to Walmart because that's why I looked it up. Where'd you find gumballs? And then they said, Walmart was the greatest choice. So yeah, we went to Walmart, but there's nothing about nothing related to gumballs.
They had
in here.
gimballs.
Yeah, they have these things called gimballs, and it wasn't even like gum. It was just like a sour like gummy worm or something like that. And
That's
it was like
whack.
really disappointing. So yeah. Then me and my brother drove all the way to Westminster, which for us is like 30 minutes away,
Oh my god.
to a candy shop called Sweets from Heaven.
You idiots! You
I
can literally find gumballs. You can find gumballs literally anywhere.
I was just recording, bro. I had no decision input. This is all Matthew.
And the thing is, I was on like a huge like gumball lust. The thing is, I couldn't drive well. I couldn't.
What do you couldn't drive well?
No, he actually couldn't.
I actually couldn't drive well. But yeah, we finally got to Westminster, and we got to that candy shop. And then, so, yeah, we get in, we see this huge tub of gumballs, and then I just scoop it all up, put it in a huge little bag, and I think it was, okay, so the whole tub was full. And by the time I was done, there were like 10 gumballs.
You can see the bottom.
Yeah, you can see the bottom for sure. So yeah, then I put it all in the cash register. They weighed it, and it came to $51.24 just for just 2 bags of gumballs. And then I was like, screw it, I can't. Like, I gotta feed this addiction.
But why
It's
didn't
not good.
why didn't you take off like one of the bags?
Then
Like
I would've-
why
I wouldn't have been
25?
satisfied.
What do you mean?
So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just pay for it. So yeah, we barely got home safely because I was too distracted. And while we were on our way home, one of the bags spilled everywhere in my car. And I was freaking out. I started getting super mad just because I didn't want to lose a single gumball because it was too precious to me.
It's too precious to me.
And to this day, there's still a gumball like left in my car,
It's a white
but
one.
it's in the seat where you like adjust it, like on the rail.
Yeah, it's in between
You
the seat and the
adjust it,
console.
so whenever you adjust it, it goes like.
Oh.
So it's getting crunched up and grinded in there. All the crumbs fall everywhere, and I can't get it out because it's too tight. So yeah, that's my story of how I spent $51 on gumballs. So that's
great.
All right. So now that we've all recapped some of our more interesting events the past few months, let's talk about the friend zone. And Brennan will lead this discussion. He's had some thoughts on this. So
Okay.
go ahead.
So I've been in the friend zone a lot.
We all have. We all have.
Well, why don't we start by defining what it is?
Okay, well, what do you guys think it is?
I think the friend zone is.
Matthew has a lot to say on this
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah, there's
Go
a lot
on,
of
Matthew.
different types of friend zones.
Okay.
To me, I think there's at least 2 types. One.
There's a lot of different types. To me, there's 2 types.
What am I saying?
Oh, frick.
Okay.
He's got his mind on gumball.
I can't think straight right now.
And his nose is all like swollen.
My nose is a gumball.
Dude, that's probably what it is. You ate too many gumballs, dude.
And I become one.
It's like that Willy Wonka guy. The girl.
Oh my
Okay, as I was saying, there's a lot of different types of friend zones, but the 2 major types of friend zones are one where it's permanent and you're stuck and you will never get out of there, where you're always seen as a friend. Then there's also the other one where you can get out of it, but you have to just really just work your tail off for it. So
Yeah,
that's what I think.
agree. I think there's definitely an intentional friend zone where the girl just absolutely does not like it when you make a move, so she purposely puts you in there. That's probably the worst. That's not even purgatory, that's hell.
Yeah.
Where the girl's deliberately putting you in that spot. The other one, which I wouldn't even call a friend zone, is more just a natural process to get into a relationship where you're friends.
Mm.
That is a very good place to be.
I think the way I take it is that the term friend zone is naturally derogatory and is speaking of that place where a girl puts you when she doesn't have feelings for you but knows you have feelings for her. The process of becoming friends with the girl, I don't just think that's the friend zone. I think you're friends with interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like friend zone, like that's something super negative.
It's
That's
intentional.
Yeah, it's like she knows your
Friendzone
feelings
does
for.
not sound anything like very negative at all.
I know.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I just guess it has a negative connotation. But
Yeah,
I think you can work your way out of it.
yeah, for sure.
I think it's pretty
There are a
rare.
few who can.
I think it's pretty rare.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's rare. I think, in my mind, automatically, if a girl wants to just be friends, then it all shuts down. It's like, okay, whatever. And then we'll just be friends or whatever, and we'll talk or whatever. But, like, if I like the girl and she's like, blah, blah, friends, you don't, okay, I'll be honest, you don't know, girls change their minds so much.
It's
true.
They
Alright.
change their minds like so frequently that you have no idea how she's going to be feeling like the next week. Like she doesn't like it always changes with my experience. It always changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, the friend zone's never a permanent place.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take, and that's from experience.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think. I don't know, because I feel like I think that the ability for someone to get out of the friend zone depends on the intentionality of the girl.
That's true.
Like, if the girl's like saying like, okay, we're friends and we're going to be friends and I'm going to let you know we're friends only,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
But if it's kind of like, I don't know, like, let's just stay friends for now, then I feel like that's...
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't put an ultimatum on it, then like, it's always like, we'll just be friends, well, we can be just friends for now, and it always goes like that, and it's always like in circles and circles and circles.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrible. That's almost like a purgatory in and of itself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What would we call that?
I have
friend
no
zone.
idea.
Friendatory.
No, I guess that's within the friend zone.
Friendatory.
The friendatory.
No, we're not doing that.
Friendatorio. All
But
right.
yeah, there's no worse feeling of when you confess your feelings to a girl. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I only see you as a friend."
No.
Have you
There's a
done
worse
that?
feeling. There's a worse feeling.
Oh,
It's
no.
something called, oh, I love you like a brother in Christ.
Oh,
Oh, we're not gonna go there because yeah, that was
That's called
I mean,
the pinnacle of pain.
Brother in Christ.
Yeah, we don't want to make Matthew feel even worse today. We're not gonna go there.
Hey.
No, but hey, okay. So, well, how should we take? Because there are buzzwords that we hear when we think we're being friend zoned, like buddy, pal,
broski.
broski.
Broski,
Brennan.
what?
How
Brennan
did we
wanted
no,
to-
no. It was some
Oh,
Brennan.
Hey, how's it going? Brennan.
Well, okay, so Brennan, how do you think that?
Brennan in
How
Christ.
should guys?
Christ.
Alright,
The
so
Brennan zone.
so Brennan, how for our listeners who might feel like they're in the friend zone, how should they take that? Hearing that.
It's always different for everybody, I guess. But like, I can only speak on my experience. Are you talking about like how should they deal with the friend zone?
No, like when they're called things like buddy or anything like or pal
I
or
don't
friend.
think that it has any weight to it. At
Yeah.
all.
I agree.
I had a bunch of people that I liked, and they said that they liked me back, and they would say dude, buddy, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And a lot of people people call people friends.
Mhm.
Like literally friends. And like it doesn't mean that you're in the friend zone, it literally just means that you're close.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I mean,
It honestly depends on the girl. Some girls are used to calling just like people in general like dude
Especially girls with brothers.
or bro.
Yeah.
They're just used to it. But that doesn't mean. I mean, I guess I could see some girls using buddy on purpose, but I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty obvious.
yeah.
Like getting so worked up about thinking a girl's trying to use subliminal messaging with the word buddy or bro is just gonna kill you.
I
Yeah.
think it is really difficult though to distinguish when a girl is intentionally calling you buddy like all the time, or broski or bro, whatever it is, and also if that's just how they are. I mean, sometimes like I've seen it where people just say, like I've been called buddy like all the time by this woman, and you can just tell like she's really just trying to like make me take the hint. But then there's also people I've met who also just say dude, bro.
Yeah.
And that's just how they are, because they've been, maybe they have like an older brother or something like that. So it can be really difficult to distinguish it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
Okay. How does one get out of the friend zone?
Never give up.
That's true.
Follow your dreams. Pray. Pray.
Fast.
Read the Bible. Fast.
Fast
Meditate.
gumballs.
Fast for gumball. Yes.
It's called listen to grunge and then realize that she doesn't mean anything and move on.
I'm actually of that same camp because I feel like I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Matthew. I'm sorry.
What?
The whole never give up will just ruin you. Because if that girl just doesn't like you, she will not ever like you. It's just I'm sorry, but you're just not her type, and you're wasting away your prime years where you could be like getting other girls that
the prime of your game.
Exactly. Like you don't want to waste that for a girl who'll never even look back at you and think the same way.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But then again, there's always that chance that it'll work if you never give up.
Take it because you only have one shot.
No.
If a girl doesn't like you and always sees Mr. Bean when she looks at you, she will forever.
Are you speaking from experience?
She'll only ever see you as
But hey,
Mr. Bean.
take into
There's
consideration
nothing
what
you can do
Brennan
to change
said.
that.
Take into consideration what Brennan said earlier. That girls, their feelings change within.
They
a
do
week.
change.
That
Okay,
is
no. What they do changes, but deep feelings like that don't just freaking just
Yeah,
change
it
It
on
really
the
depends on
fly.
how deep their disgust for you is, though. If they really think of you as Mr. Bean, then yeah, there's no chance. But if they think of you as someone like
Okay.
Keanu Reeves,
If you're like close friends, and it's like, I only see you as a friend, I feel like then it's pretty safe to say, hey, no, it's probably not gonna work out.
And I think that's the worst. Like, I think the worst part of being friend zoned is the fact that if you really like this girl and she just won't ever like you back, your friendship's done. Because you'll never be able. I mean, in most cases,
Which
you
is
will never be able
unfortunate.
to stand just being around her because you're just gonna. It's just gonna suck.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna see a girl that you really, really like that you can never have, and that sucks.
Yeah, and I feel like a bunch of girls don't like, because to them it looks just like you just ghosted them.
Yeah.
And it's like you that's being like the bad guy.
True.
Not that they're the bad guy, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
you
I,
get this uncomfortable feeling around you whenever you're
Yeah, exactly.
like this aura that
And
just
the
surrounds you.
uncomfortable feeling just does not go away when you're around them. It just doesn't.
It's like a force field of negative energy that you just feel surrounding you. You know?
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, man. Dude, Matthew has such like this. Matthew, when describing his gumballs and the girls, is just like the most descriptive. Like,
Keep in mind, this kid's like 16.
Yeah, no, it's stuff with experience,
Matthew, when
man.
talking about like school, is like speaks like a caveman. Matthew talking about gumballs sounds like Play-Doh. He's straight up like,
What is gumball?
You're all like gumballs in the wind.
Any
Yeah,
closing
when it comes
thoughts
to that.
before we move on?
Don't get friend zoned.
Yeah, just don't
do anything to get friends.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing. How do you avoid it in the first place?
Don't be obvious.
Yeah.
If you're
so-
obvious about it,
Kids like close off your feelings.
Yeah,
Become
no,
a monk.
close off your feelings to her in the sense of don't let her like understand exactly how you feel.
I don't want to say that philosophy is wrong, but it's wrong. That's totally no.
Well,
Please
don't
don't
just
do
tell
that.
us why.
No. Obviously, you want a girl to know that you have feelings for her, but if you're in this weird where you feel like you're not sure what she.
You don't want to creep her out. Okay,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying?
If you're not sure what she thinks, it's best to remain ambiguous. Otherwise, you risk getting friend zoned.
Do you think that the ambiguity, almost like the mystery, would make her kind of like you a little bit more?
Yeah, it does.
That's actually a really good strategy.
Yeah, it does, because then suddenly she's like, oh, well, does he like me or doesn't he? And then she'll start thinking about you more. And there you go.
I feel like we need a girl on
But the
this,
thing
on this
is that-
episode because we
Yeah.
could be completely wrong. Like there's a girl listening to this, you're like,
comment
what are
section-
they talking
comment
about?
section is all girls.
Dude, like you guys are so wrong. Here are all the timestamps are wrong.
We probably are because we analyze things so much differently. So
Yeah.
It's true.
it's hard to
It's true.
tell.
Well, girls listening, this is how This is our perspective on
Yeah,
that.
this is how
so.
we analyze stuff, you know?
Yeah,
Taking
and we
notes.
have 4 different guys with 4 different perspectives, so I think we have a good variety.
We all have been friend zoned at least 5 times. So.
The 5. Try 2.
You're bragging, you. I've only been friends with 3 times.
I myself have been friend zoned up to, I think, 10?
Oh my
10
god.
times.
Yeah.
Is that why you turn to gumballs?
Hey, that means you tried 10 times, so that means
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good.
You're just the dude that swings at the ball, even if it's like
In the
over
dirt.
in the crowd.
That's so depressing.
No, because there are few instances where you don't have to defend them. So. Yeah.
Hey, at least you got some hope.
Shut up, dude. You're depressing.
I feel like we're gonna be like in a couple of years, we're gonna be like asking, like when we can joke about it, we're gonna be asking these girls, like, did you actually friend zone Matthew? They're gonna be like, no, he just stopped talking to me after I said like bro or something.
No, I thought he was actually cute. And then he just
yeah, it's
ghosted
gonna be
me.
like that.
I called him bro once. He never spoke to me again.
Oh my gosh,
I think that's probably the case for some of them.
dude.
In
Yeah.
short, there's no worse feeling than the friend zone.
True.
There's just this big wall that you can't get over. So,
Yeah, it's unhurdleable.
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 It's something that cannot be hurdled over.
Unhurdleable.
Now, the original title for this section was "The Friend Zone is Not the End." Brendan, you came up with that title. Kind of, but could you maybe end this segment on a like a high note?
Yeah. So
So it doesn't end all depressing.
James has a girlfriend. It's okay.
Yeah, so do I.
That's
It's,
true.
it's not depressing if you have a girlfriend.
Shut up.
Hang on a second.
Hey, what? I'm
Let's
telling you.
celebrate Brendan and Matthew's little victories, the job and gumball experience.
we have jobs and gumballs. What the heck, bro?
Let's not take away their victories. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I named it like the friend zone isn't the end because while I was thinking in my room, I was just thinking in my room. I was sitting in my bed cross-legged, and I was just thinking. I didn't have a shirt on either. It was like 90 degrees in my room.
Just meditating.
And I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, the friend zone isn't the end, bro. Brennan. What? And I was just
like a philosopher. Just like his shirt off, just like meditating on his like mattress.
Like he's all sweating and it's helping his mind like run faster.
His room's all like steamy and
His heartbeat like
Okay,
slows
okay.
like a really
Okay.
Sorry.
No, but I was saying, I was saying to myself, I was like, because I always like, I go back in my own memories and I like replay. I think everybody does this, where like you like replay a scenario,
yeah.
like, oh man, I should have done that, and I'm thinking like, I wish that I would have just gone for it, just like done something about it instead of just thinking about it and like asking Caden and James and Matthew about it. Because if you do that and you overthink it and you try and talk to like your friends about it, not that talking to your friends about like certain things is not good, but like if you're just like basic things, like whether or not to talk to this person now or not, or whether or not to make a move or not, is like it's so nitpicky, and I feel like you just need to find that quick moment. Because if you don't, then it's not. I feel like it's not the right person. Honestly, yeah,
You gotta have that flame. You know?
All right,
exactly.
well, following that trend of Brennan's thoughts,
Okay, random thoughts.
we have some random thoughts for our final
So, okay, hold
segment.
on, hold on. Just to set the mood.
What can it's
Br-
random facts time? Caden.
Brennan would be in his room, shirt off, meditating and thinking these things, just so you know.
For context.
For context.
All right, go ahead, Brendan.
Okay. So this is. So I didn't have this idea in my room. So I had this idea like at my church.
Oh boy.
And at churches, there's like usually there's a lot of pregnant people.
Wait, where is this
What?
going?
Okay, hold on, wait. So I was thinking, and I looked at this woman, and she was like 8 weeks pregnant. I forget which church this was at, if it was at yours or mine. And I was just thinking, I was like, what if I feel like people are just gypping people on like maternity clothes, like, what if you just made your own maternity clothes? And immediately, this came to my mind. I was like, what if you just get a shirt and you just like cut out a little hole for your stomach? Just cut out the hole for your stomach. And I remember I was like laughing in my mind. I had to like go out of like church because I was laughing
Just
so
step
much.
out.
So I was in the bathroom just like laughing into the sink, just like about this idea. And then I just wrote it down. I'm like,
Wait. So this product that you're talking about
yeah.
is cutting a
Well,
giant...
call it by its name, kid. Have some respect.
What's
It's called
the name?
Make Your Own Maternity Clothes.
Okay, make your own maternity clothes. The T-shirt. If this is legit product, what you're saying is we're gonna cut a circular hole
Yes, kid. This is
out
what
of the
I'm saying.
shirt in the stomach area, and just as the pregnancy continues, the small of your stomach is gonna expand through the hole. Is that what we're doing?
It sounds even better when other people say it.
Wait, so
Oh, yes.
are there
This
What
is
if
what
the
I
stomach
want.
gets cold?
yeah, wouldn't the baby
Hey.
freeze or something?
Just put on an extra jacket or something. I don't know, dude.
But then we have the same problem.
Jackets are stretchier than
Unzipped
shirts.
jacket.
Wait, are there other clothes that like pregnant women have to wear besides like the tops? Like, do they have to wear anything else different?
Man, I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
never been
Hey,
pregnant.
I've never been pregnant.
I don't know
bro.
anything about
Pretty
this.
sure you only
dude.
get pregnant in the stomach, not like the.
I don't know. What if like your legs swell or something? I don't know.
Like
dude.
Oh,
the
that's
baby crossing the leg.
What the heck, man?
No.
So you need like pants that can accommodate a
Hey,
baby
yeah,
crawling in your
Oh my
leg.
gosh,
Exercises
that's
everywhere just in
disgusting.
case the baby crawls around.
Okay.
Nah,
But this is-
you know what's a better idea?
What?
So wait, hold on. Let's just recommend pregnant women just wear sheets.
I feel like that's gonna go over so poorly because just like people love fashion so much though.
Just imagine standing in church.
I feel like
and you
my
just turn
idea
around
is
and then there's 5 people just in white sheets.
And the little like eye holes poke like cut out.
That's like the universal signal that you're pregnant is if you're wearing this like sheet over yourself.
Oh, that girl's pregnant.
those are the shunned.
Oh my god.
I feel like mine is just edgy enough that it will be cool in a couple of years.
I mean,
It's
it
just edgy
probably,
enough, dude.
honestly, with
Dude.
today's culture, it probably will be.
Yes, we have people like cutting out like pre-ripping their jeans.
Yeah. No, our culture's weird, dude.
Like America?
Cut open a
Yeah, like just the pop culture and everything.
True. I feel like Japan is like weird though.
Yeah, Japan's really
It's
weird.
very strange. All right, so the next one is. Oh, okay. So this one did come to me in my little meditation steamer. whatever. So I was
like a
thinking,
sauna of meditation.
I was like, what would you do if? Okay, what would you do if you're a hobo? Okay, honestly, what would you do if you're a hobo?
If I was wait. When we say hobo, we mean like homeless person, right?
A homeless person, yeah.
Okay. If I was homeless, I thought about this a lot actually.
I have to.
I'm really kind of a pretty detailed plan.
We'll probably all
Because
get
you
there.
want to. You always just want to run.
It's like
away
our
from
Fallout.
them.
I slightly
Plan.
do. I've honestly thought that I would. The first necessity of being homeless is a bike.
Okay.
Unless I'm saying I have my car in this situation.
Yeah, a car.
If I had my car, then I would live out of my car.
Yeah.
Just mess.
Okay, let's make it more interesting. then.
Let's make it harder.
Yeah, let's do.
No car.
Yeah, no car. You can have a bike. In LA.
LA bike.
Oh, and LA?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, frick,
That's
dude.
harsh.
Set myself up.
Because
as a
you have
hitman.
you have to be with all these other homeless people.
Yeah. The thing is that you have to integrate yourself into homeless culture,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
which is
yeah.
all surrounded by drugs. So what I would do is I would just say, hey, I have nothing to lose. Set me up as a homeless hitman, and I would kill the other homeless drug
Oh
leaders
my
around
God.
town,
And you've thought about this.
and I'll work my way. I mean, slightly, yeah. I'll work my way up in the homeless community
The ranks.
and get respect, and then be indoctrinated into a gang.
Into a gang.
I
would love to see it in gang.
I'll join a gang, dude.
Oh.
All right. Well, my idea is a little different. If I have a bike, right?
Yeah.
I'm in LA. Okay, I'm biking straight down to Newport Beach. Okay, and I'm
Wait.
gonna.
You just went from LA to Newport. You gotta stay in LA.
You gotta stay in LA.
Gotta stay in LA.
All right, you guys. Okay, so here's my plan. All right, so they have like tons of homeless shelters now. They're all crowded and stuff. But if I can just get Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna beg for like a week or two, okay? Because beggars actually get money, all right? And I'm not gonna use it on cigarettes or anything. I'm gonna use it to go to like some cheap thrift store, okay? Get some presentable clothes, okay? I'm gonna go to the homeless shelter, take a quick shower, all right? Because they have those. Make myself look presentable in the clothes I bought, and just job hunt. Just be like, hey, look, I'm homeless. I need a job. I can work hard. Just please hire me, and hopefully I'll get a job. That's not what I'm not gonna kill people like Caden. So.
Man, that's boring.
Hey, but I thought this through
That's just so
though.
much more exciting, dude.
No,
You're
what the
homeless, you got
heck?
nothing to
Why can't you be
lose.
like on ecstasy or something?
Brennan, my plan is just to trip around drugs all day in my little tent.
Dude,
Matthew, what would you do?
I've never really thought of it, but
Matthew's just too used to excess.
He's just all he can think about is the future wealth he will own.
I think I'd build my
where
own
would my gumballs
community.
be?
What?
What?
I would make my own community of homeless people. I'd be
You
the
like
leader.
become their leader.
You would be the headquarters.
Yes.
You would
How?
be the epicenter.
You know the currency would be gumball.
The homeless currency would be gumball. We'll make our own nation. I'll preach to them. Give them inspiration. Make them proud that they're homeless. And then, I'll just lead them and then,
Are you making them proud that they're homeless so they stay homeless so they
Yes.
stay your people?
and then stay my people and then do
That's so evil,
do
bro.
what I want from you.
That's more
I feel
evil than Caden's thing, yo.
I feel like he's like actually considered becoming a cult leader. Like these are all
What do you think
strategies.
the gumballs are for?
Yeah, and then I just toss them gumballs,
Oh my God.
Well done, my good and faithful servant. You give him
Like,
like
you
so
be my
scary,
servant,
man.
I'll give you all the lifetime supply gumballs.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah, that's probably what I'd do.
What would
Just
you do?
become,
What would you do with your followers?
I'd like make them serve me. In
What would they serve you other than gumballs?
they're all homeless.
They're homeless. What would they have to offer you?
Okay, actually, now that I think of it, there's really no
There's no plus side to being homeless.
The thing is, it's in LA, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be really difficult. Because I was gonna say, we could build a farm, grow crops. Be all primitive.
Dude, what is going on in your
I
head?
don't know.
Does he even know what homeless means?
We build shelters and stuff. I don't know, man.
So basically, like the shanties from the Great Depression.
Yeah,
That's basically
because I never really thought of this. I'm just making this up on the fly. So yeah,
It's something to consider.
Yeah.
I have this one thing I want to share that I
what
found
is
out, but it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay, what is it?
Guys, just roll died.
Okay, so I heard this and I was watching this YouTube video on. Have you guys ever heard of the Uberman sleep cycle?
No.
The what?
The Uberman sleep cycle.
Wait. Uberman isn't like the Uber Munch?
Yeah,
Like Nietzsche?
yeah.
I don't know the sleep cycle, but I know what that is.
It's also known as polyphasic sleeping.
No.
Okay, so apparently Leonardo da Vinci did this, and there's been other people who have been known to do this, where you don't actually sleep at night. You take 20-minute naps every 4 hours.
Why? Is there like a benefit or something?
Yeah, because one, you actually have more time to just do whatever, and then two, your mind is, when you're like kind of like in a half sleep, half awake mode, that's when your mind gets like some of the craziest, best ideas. Like, and if you're an inventor like Da Vinci, that's like where you want to be at. And if you're taking 20-minute naps every 4 hours, you're getting like at least, well, yeah, if you're not sleeping at all, you're getting like 6 of those.
It's only 2 hours of sleep time.
Yeah, no, it's like no sleep.
But you don't have to because you're just napping. I mean, it's like a power nap.
Yeah.
That's so
But
cool.
okay, wait, hold on. But when you go to sleep, and you sleep for long periods of time, your body enters into a state in which it starts to repair itself.
Mhm.
Cell damage, repairing, like cleaning stuff, purifying yourself. Like, if you don't get that needed sleep for that type of like and muscle,
I
like
feel,
muscle
yeah, I
repair.
feel like it would be that, but like we're not talking about athletes. We're talking about like artists. I think it's more of an artist thing, not an athlete thing.
But like overall though, like isn't it just like getting that amount of sleep just like necessary for just basic human
Is
life?
this something that you like do all the time? Or
Yeah.
is it just like
Wait,
No,
do you actually do
I
this?
think it is you have to make it a lifestyle because your body has to adjust to it.
I might do that.
No,
No,
I think the
never.
question we should be
No.
asking is it even like legit? or is it just some dumb like hoax that some
What did you read it on?
actually it was this YouTuber tried to do it.
And what did you say?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, hey, I should bring it up.
Beast?
No, it was not Mr. Beast. It was this guy who he tries to live out the daily schedules of like famous people, like Marcus
Interesting.
Aurelius or Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean-
if you're an artist and you like want to boost your creativity or something, I think that might be pretty cool. But if you're like an athlete and you need sleep to like restore,
No, yeah, if you're
It's
not like, you should
totally
not be
different.
doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
but yeah,
Would you guys,
I would never.
if it was
do that.
okay, if it was a viable thing, would you guys do it?
100%.
I have,
Really?
like ideas and crap.
Like if this was like you weren't gonna die and it was like healthy, if
I
you
feel like this is just like the equal to like just taking DMT.
I
just do
love
that?
sleeping, but honestly, like if you can do this and become dedicated enough to where it's like doesn't phase you, because just telling you right now, if I try to do that, my body would shut down because I'm just so used to the amount of sleep that I get.
yeah, for sure.
But if you could do this and be like physically able, that would be so awesome because I feel like I would be able to get so much more done.
Well, not only that, you get more of your life back from sleep because like this guy, this YouTuber, he like did the math and you get 16 years of your life back from sleeping.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Honestly though, I love sleep so much so like.
Yeah, I realized how much time is spent like sleeping, and I realized it because Muhammad Ali, he did his speech where he was talking about like how much time you actually lose to like sleeping, and it was like a lot of years.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
you could say that about phone usage now.
Yeah, I know.
If I slept for 75% of my life, I'd be happy. I can force myself, not force myself, but I can literally fall asleep anywhere at any time. Like, no matter where I am, no matter what time it is, I can fall asleep easy. So that honestly sounds nice.
I feel like, yeah, if I could do it, I would. If I could go without sleep in my entire life, I would. There's something about
You
that.
should have the
You know what? I'm
option.
gonna do this over Christmas break.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I'm gonna do it over Christmas break, and I'm gonna come back in my pockets and I'm gonna tell you guys about my experience.
Are you actually gonna?
Yeah, I'm
do this?
actually gonna do it.
Wait, maybe you should like kind of ease into it. Like start with
No.
like hour. Okay.
Now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm gonna be next to Vinci, baby.
You're gonna come back to the next podcast with like a ton of inventions and stuff, dude.
Dude, I'm just like speaking different languages.
Okay, I have a couple of other different like random things. They're not even thoughts. These are just things that I thought of when I was in my meditation state.
Did you actually write them down?
I wrote them down.
Dude, that's impressive.
This is some stuff that I thought about like years ago too. Okay, soy sauce burgers. This is probably already a thing, but it sounds so delicious
Honestly,
and amazing.
soy sauce is too strong. I would like teriyaki burgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I thought about this because I was thinking about like how you guys like your mom's like soy sauce eggs.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I'm like I can't taste the soy sauce.
Maybe because. Oh, okay. So are you cooking the meat? You're putting the soy sauce like in the meat, like marinating it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like sauce
No,
on. Okay, yeah, I could.
You could do that?
I could do that.
I want to try it so bad. I feel like it would work,
Let's do it.
dude. And this is where the friend zone thing came from. It's the friend zone doesn't sound like a door closing. It rather sounds like a doggy door being installed.
Dude, that is so true. That is the most relatable.
gosh.
What the
I don't
heck?
understand.
I don't
what
know
that
why I
means,
was.
but-
I don't
Dude,
know
there's
what's
so much
happening,
truth in that though.
Dude, Brennan is entering deep like psychosis.
Dude, if
Oh,
Brennan does this
okay,
20-minute
okay.
nap thing, he will like achieve. He will go into a different plane of existence.
His beard's gonna grow out. He's just gonna like be speaking wisdom to us. He's gonna interpret the
He's
constellations.
speaking the language of the gods.
Jeez.
Say that again. Say that again.
The friend zone doesn't sound like a door closing. It rather sounds like a doggy door being installed.
Dude, that is so good.
Ooh.
Oh,
I was watching my
sounds-
cat going through my dog's old doggy door when I was thinking about this.
Wow.
dang, that has so many implications.
I know.
Like, never mind.
All right. Anyway, we can't go back to
I'm
that
about to
topic.
break it down.
All right.
No. Let's not go back to the topic. All right, the next one is feed the flame, know the pain, which I wanted to write on my bio.
Dude, that's a good inspirational quote.
It's so weird. I can't. Okay, instead of being a rock, he's being a stumbling block. He's being a stumbling block you stumble over while you walk down the block.
That's good.
Dude, that was something that I thought about in Bible study, somebody was talking about him being a stumbling block or something like that. I think it was like, I don't know, but like. I immediately thought of that, and I started like bobbing my head to it.
So that was fun exploring Brennan's mind.
Okay.
If you guys want to listen to more of the random things we'll be talking about, stay tuned for the next episode. Our next topic, which I think Matthew should host, will be our work experience.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
That will be a fun episode to cover. So stay tuned. Check our Instagram, the Triangle Productions, for updates. And thanks for listening.
Peace.
Bye.